Hi everyone, just wanted to give you a quick update before we jump into the readings and let you know we're kind of hovering right around that 21% mark of the goal as far as for my Master Reiki Apprenticeship Program. It's been sitting kind of still this week. There's been a couple of donations, but not enough to really push it up to where I can say, oh, we're past 21% yet. Anyway, that's where we're hovering right now. I just wanted to keep you guys updated and say thank you, thank you, thank you to all the new donations, and thank you to all the old donations, and thank you to all the people, of course, who get readings from me regularly, even before I started the Reiki stuff. I had a lady this week that set up a recurring donation. That was sweetness. Nobody's ever done that before, so that was absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much. Don't ask me how she did it. I have no idea. But anyway, thank you so much for all the help. I do really, really appreciate it. And now on with your readings. Hello there, Aries. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of August 8th through the 14th. On Monday, what you have coming up is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is just telling me that on Monday there is something that you have been disappointed by, and so now you are changing your priorities. So you're spending a little less time, energy, or effort on that thing that disappointed you and transferring some of that over to something else that hopefully will be something that makes you more satisfied or more happy with it. On Tuesday, what we have coming up here is the Two of Coins in reverse. Two of Coins in reverse just talks about things being very hectic. There's a lot on your plate, and maybe some things are falling through the cracks. This can apply financially because it is a coins card, obviously, but this can also be talking about that there's a lot of things that you want to get accomplished on Tuesday, and that really it's just a little bit too much for you to handle, kind of on overload. When I see this card, I always know this is a good day to delegate any authority that I can to somebody who can handle that task. So that would be the advice there for Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, Aries, you have a fantastic card. This is the Star card. And the Star card is just telling me that on Wednesday, you are feeling like you know what your purpose is, why you're here, what you want to get accomplished. And you're feeling very in touch with reality and also very in touch with spirit as well. This is a really good card because how it sort of manifests is because you have a sense of what direction you're going. It makes it really easy for you to make any decisions about what you want to be doing with your time or with your resources. So I always like to see that card. That's a good one. The next card you have is also a good one. This is another major arcana, just like Temperance, Strength. Strength is major arcana, and Strength is talking about really accepting yourself for who you are, being very comfortable in your own skin on Thursday, accepting the good, the bad, and anything in between about yourself, and not beating yourself up for any of it, and also acknowledging the good. So what I've noticed in my work with people is a lot of times we have one of two things that happens, and sometimes over time we'll sway back and forth between those two when we're not in a nice balanced place. And so that is that we don't want to admit about our dark side or our weaknesses, those things that we aren't so great about. And then we might have other times during our lives where we don't recognize our own goodness, the things that we bring to other people around us. So for me, when I see this Strength card, it really talks about recognizing both and being in a good place with both. So that's a good card to have come up. My goodness, you guys have a lot of major arcana. You've got 4 major arcana. This is a big week for you guys. Looking at Friday, what you guys have is the Moon showing up in reverse. And the Moon in reverse just says that there's some situation in your life that you were aware that you had just enough information to know that there was more there than what was being presented to you. And so when the Moon card comes in reverse on Friday, that just tells me that it's almost like somebody takes this huge giant spotlight and just shines it straight in on that situation. Now all of a sudden you have all the information, all the details are kind of fitting together. Things are making sense now in ways that they didn't make sense before. So it's a really good card to have show up, because clarity really comes in around whatever this situation is for you, Aries. And because it is a general reading, that's going to be, for some of you it'll be a love situation, for some of you it'll be work, for some of you it'll be family. You guys will have to kind of sort out where it fits for you. But this card is also significant not only because all the puzzle pieces come together, all the information comes up, but also because now that all the information is up, now you have a choice to make about if you want to stay involved in this situation at the same level that you were involved with it before, or if you want to back off, or if you want to push in. Now, usually when people hide information from us, what normally happens is when that whole set of information comes up, we're not so much wanting to be more of a part of that situation. Usually we're wanting to back out. So that's kind of what I'm anticipating here for you guys, Aries. Once you have all the information, you may not be so thrilled about whatever was going on to start with. On Saturday, you have the Judgment card in reverse. The Judgment card in reverse tells me that you have a big decision to make, and that this decision not only affects you, but also somebody else, or maybe somebody's else. And that you are trying to look at this from all angles and make sure that you're making the best decision for everybody involved. To me, this looks like it's really a tough decision for you to make, because I do see some procrastination just because the card is upside down. That kind of says you're taking your time to make this decision. So I think that it's a little bit of a struggle to sort of figure out, well, what is best for all parties involved here? And then I also have the sense coming up too that there's some of you, Aries, that are, whatever this decision is that you have to make, the one side of it is very, very tempting to you, even though logically you know that if you make the decision in that way, then that probably is not what's best for everybody else that's involved. And so I think you're torn between, do I do what I want to do, or do I do what I know is probably better for everybody, but at the same time I'm having to sacrifice something to make sure everybody in the picture is taken care of. All right, so then let's move on to Sunday. Another decision coming up. This is the Ten of Swords. Or excuse me, not the Ten of Swords, the Two of Swords. Completely different meaning for those two cards. Two of Swords though, but I do think it's the end of you debating about this decision. I think that on Sunday is when you actually do make this decision that you're thinking about on Saturday and trying to figure out what's best for everybody involved. And I think on Sunday also, you have some kind of clarity that comes in that makes it much more of a clear-cut thing for you, a much more easy decision to make once that clarity comes in on Sunday. And then I keep hearing cutting through the BS. So somebody that's involved in this decision you're making has obviously not been completely transparent. And you are, on Sunday, you've got enough clarity that you can cut through whatever that BS is and really make this decision in an objective way. So that's really a good thing, actually. So anyway, Aries, that is your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate everybody's support. You all have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you back here the next time. Peace out. Hello, everybody. This is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before, completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master Program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master Program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program. And so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. But if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small, so there's the corrected version of that. And actually I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house or we would not have to meet in person. Just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise, I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you, everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.